What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is ExtremeA43, and today I have my Week 2 predictions for the NFL season. So, without further ado, let's go and just get right into it, starting with tonight's primetime game with the Texans and the Bengals. I'm going to give the edge on this one to Houston, just because I think that their defense is going to come up a little bit better over the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. I mean, yes, the Texans are questionable at their quarterback position with their starting the rookie with his ankle injury. But I think that when it comes down to it, I think that's going to come down to either the defense or the running game. And I think the Texans have an edge on both of those. Let's see, next up we got the Browns and the Ravens. I'm going to give this one to the Ravens. Their defense looked amazing last week against Cincinnati, and they did add Jeremy Maclin to the offensive side, and I don't know who can really stop who can stop that offense on the Browns. The Browns got rid of Joe Hayden, and he signed with the division rival Pittsburgh Steelers, so I don't really know who can stop the offense. See, Chicago and Tampa, I'm giving the edge on this one to Tampa because they had an extra week to practice with Hurricane Irma coming into play and postponing the first game of the week. Doug Martin is suspended, but I feel like that when you have Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson on the outside, I feel like Winston has a lot of options, in-air options, especially with a deep threat like Deshaun Jackson. Vikings and Steelers. This is gonna be This one's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna give this one to Pittsburgh, just because I feel like that they have the more complete team. You have Roethlisberger at quarterback. You have Bradford at quarterback for the Vikings, which both quarterbacks are pretty good. But Steelers at home, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, I mean, you really just can't count them out. Patriots and Saints, I'm biased about this one because I hate New England, but I also have their quarterback, Tom Brady, on my fantasy team. The Patriots offense, there's a lot of questions on there, especially with the receiving core. You have Edelman out with an ACL injury. You have Malcolm Mitchell on IR. Martellus Bennett left last year to go to Green Bay. I mean, yes, you can make the case that there's Amendola, Gronkowski, and Dorsett, who they picked up in the trade with Indy before Week 1. But also, last week when they were playing Kansas City, you noticed all the overthrows or mess ups by Brady. So I think another big question too is Brady losing that touch? I feel like that if their running game looks really good. Mike Gesicki, James White, and Rex Burkhead, I think it was. Yeah, they looked really good running the football. The Saints didn't look too good running the football with AP. They're more of like the aerator team. So I feel like that if the Patriots can get the run game going early, they could take it. But if the Saints start throwing dots on the defense, that's going to be the Saints taking the win. Eagles and Chiefs. This one is kind of another tough one like the Patriots-Saints one. I'm giving the edge to what's tough because the offense looked amazing. Kareem Hunt, rookie year, looked great. Alex Smith arguably played his best game yet. But on the defensive side, they don't have Dontari Poe. He went to Atlanta. Eric Berry's out for the season with ruptured Achilles. So that's going to open up the middle of the field for second-year quarterback Carson Wentz and the veteran tight end Zach Ertz or Brad Selleck. I think it all depends on who's gonna get the offense going first, and with that, I think it's just gonna be Kansas City. Alshon Jeffrey's going to be playing on Marcus Peters is going to be on Alshon Jeffrey. Nelson Aguilar, I don't know what's going to happen with there. I just feel like Kansas City is going to take this one at home and start 2-0. Titans and Jaguars. I'm going to give the edge on this one to Jacksonville just because they had a great defense. They sacked both quarterbacks in Houston 10 times, being the second team in NFL history to do it next to the 1985 Los Angeles Raiders. On offense, the Jaguars did lose their main receiver, Allen Robinson, but I feel like that their defense can come up big against the Tennessee offense, especially if Mariota isn't. DeMarco Murray isn't running the ball too well. Cardinals and Colts. This one's gonna be kind of easy. I'm gonna go with Arizona on this one, just because. Yes, they lost David Johnson, but they still have Palmer at quarterback. The Colts don't have their quarterback situation yet. They don't have Frank Gore running the ball. The Cardinals' defense looked pretty decent, at least to start the game, against Detroit last week. So I'm pretty sure Arizona is going to get this win in Indianapolis. Bills and Panthers. This is going to be a tough game to call because both offenses are. They started out. Both offenses looked really good. Tyrod Taylor looked good. Charles Clay looked good. Jordan Matthews looked good. But then on the Panthers side, you have Cam Newton, who's coming back from his shoulder surgery. He looked pretty good throwing the ball downfield. On the defensive side, I like Carolina defensively, but I like the Buffalo Bills offensively. I think the way that this game's going to go is whichever team capitalizes on the first mistake is going to win the game. And I just don't know. I'm torn between this one. I think I'm going to go with Buffalo on this one. Jets and Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders. Raiders looked really nice last week against Tennessee. Jets, they still have a lot of questionable pieces on their team. Miami and Los Angeles Chargers now. Miami and Los Angeles Chargers. Same case with Tampa. They had an extra week to practice and get ready for this game. I feel like that they're going to be a better team. They do have Jay Cutler at quarterback. And unlike Tannehill, Cutler isn't afraid to sling the ball down the field. And Devontae Parker and Julius Thomas are both deep threats. So I feel like Miami could get this win. I feel like they will. San Francisco and Seattle. Both these teams looked like crap last week. I mean, it was either Seattle looked bad against Green Bay or Green Bay just looked good. And San Francisco, well, they just flat out looked bad. I'm sorry. I feel like Seattle could get this win just because they have more mobility pieces on their team. Redskins and the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to give the edge on this one to I'm going to give this one over to the Rams. I feel like that with Goff's momentum from his first win against the Colts, I feel like that he can carry this over into a home game. And I feel like it's going to be a close one, but I feel like that they can actually win this game. Cowboys and Broncos. I'm biased because I'm a Broncos fan. With Zeke and the possible suspension, or with suspension, I don't know what the deal is with that anymore. I feel like that they're going to be more of a precision passing team. I just don't think that Alfred Morris or Darren McFadden can get the job done on the ground. And with them passing the ball, I mean, the Broncos have a great defense. Bradley Roby, Darian Stewart, all of them. The defensive line is pretty good. I liked Simeon's offense. I like Dallas's defense too against New York last week. But I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with Denver. I feel like it's gonna be a close game. Green Bay and Atlanta. This is another really tough one because Atlanta's offense looked really, really good last week, but so did Green Bay's defense. They did not let up on the trigger. Mike Daniels looked awesome. Nick Perry looked great on the defensive side, but Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Devontae Freeman, Austin Hooper. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a really, really, really good game. I'm gonna give the edge on this one to. I'm gonna give this one to Atlanta. I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna pick Atlanta to win this game. Monday night game, we have the Lions and the Giants. Oh boy. Let's see. Lions, they're a fourth quarter team. Lions are definitely a fourth quarter team. Stafford with 21 fourth quarter comebacks, most of any quarterback in the NFL. But the Giants at home, this is going to be a really tough game. I feel like that if Beckham does play, that the Giants will take it. But if they're in a sideline Beckham, I feel like Detroit's going to take it. And those are my predictions, guys. Let me know in the comments whether you agree, disagree, or whatever it is. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.